Hi everyone! So we are live on Instagram, on Facebook, and also on YouTube. Happy International Women's Day to all of you out there. And right now, I'm waiting for my other speaker slash moderator to come online. Come on IG too and wave at me. So today is a very special event because, as you can see, I'm actually wearing a special uniform. Some of you who have followed my Instagram story, my Facebook story, would know I'm actually part of this organization right now. Hi, Chinyi. Hi, Chinyi. How are you?
Are you in live now? No.
Yeah, we are live now.
Okay. Go on, yeah.
Okay. So as I was saying, some of you who may have followed my IG stories might have known that I'm currently part of an organization called PEMADAM, or also called SPEAK. And this organization, originally, it was actually part of the police force, and it is a drug prevention organization. So today we have special guest today. Actually, I am the guest. So Chinyi is the moderator, and we actually gonna speak about certain topics because there are 22 members of Speak, and there's only 3 women, which is Sandy, myself, and Chinyi. And from a female perspective and also woman perspective, we would actually be talking on issues such as woman empowerment, such as being a career woman, being a strong, independent woman, and also maybe drug-related issues from a woman perspective. Chinyi, are you on Instagram Live? I'm waiting for you.
I don't know how to wave you in Instagram.
You go into my video. Right now I'm live. So you go into my video and then you like wave to me, and then I can send you like a link.
Okay. It takes time for me to learn how to go to your video as well.
No problem. We are all in this together. That is what, strong, empowered women do. We empower each other and we learn from each other and we teach each other. So no problem at all. But any one of you, if you have any questions on what is Speak, or what is, what do we do? Feel free to ask us any questions. If you want to ask myself any question, or if you want to ask Chinyi any question, feel free to write down your questions. Or what is, what do we do? Feel free to ask us any questions. If you want to ask myself any questions. So I think from your side, once you join the Instagram, right, you can actually mute the noise because you can mute your noise aside. So you're there. Wait, you. Okay, so she's also live right now. We are live on Instagram, we are live on YouTube, and also we are live on Facebook, Facebook, YouTube, and also Instagram. So Chinyi, what are we talk about today?
Of course, want to introduce you as a superwoman, one of the superwomen in Speak PEMADAM Selangor.
Yeah. So you need tell everybody where you represent.
Okay, I represent Parlimen Shah.
Okay, and I'm a representative for Subang. So anyone who lives like in either Shah Alam or also Subang, and you want to do any either youth outreach program or woman outreach program related to creating awareness or drug, you can reach out to either Chinyi or me. So follow us on our Facebook pages and follow us on our Instagram pages. What's your Instagram page, Chinyi? LCY
_ CY
underscore CY. So you can find her there. You can find me at Sarah Maylo. So very interesting. So I think this is like the first time Speak have like three women, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this is the first time Speak have 3 women, and we're going to do like much more drug-related awareness program for also women, because I think normally like drug-related offenses or drug addiction, it's always associated with the men. But a lot of women also suffer from this, like situation where they choose the wrong route or the wrong road, and they decide to take drugs to either numb out certain feelings, or to for them to I don't know, maybe when they have like wrong friends or something like that. So what's your opinion on that?
But it also may be because of the external pressure. Sometimes there are a lot of invisible stress, pressure that will lead people think towards negative. So when people think towards negative, then something might go wrong. So when something goes wrong, the only negative thought and just the timing just right, the negative people just coming in, and they might lead to the wrong direction. So that's why we are here as a Speak PEMADAM Selangor. We are trying to get everyone towards to the positive side and become a more contribute to the society and the nation as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Actually, we invited you on Instagram again. I think you didn't accept my invitation just now.
Okay.
Okay. So you're appearing again. So I will mute on my side so that they won't be like double. So strange. Wait, there is like too sound or too noise. Okay. I think so strange. I cannot totally mute it, but it's okay. Just let's leave it one side. Okay. Yeah. So we were talking about like external pressure. So you call me a superwoman, but I actually personally think that you are a superwoman, because when I first met you in December, right? And when I came home, I was really, really excited. And actually, I tell a lot of people, a lot of my clients, and even my mother about you. I actually feel really, really inspired of you, because, as I mentioned also when we first met in December, you have like a lot of things that a lot of women want, and we actually joke about it. So basically, those who do not know Chinyi's background, she is a wife. She is a mother of 3. She's also doing her doctorate in real estate, and she's also a working woman, I think also in the real estate or property industry also, right? And she's an active member, extremely active in the Toastmasters. Which Toastmasters are you part of?
Currently, I'm chartered a new club named MOB Toastmaster Club. So if there's anyone, assisting member or non-member who would like to join Toastmaster, do welcome reach to me, as this will be a bilingual club which have English and Mandarin section. So I believe after they join, they're able to become more confident during their speech, and you will be more confident to say no to all the negativity thing as well.
Yeah, that's right. So that's why I really inspire you, because on the outside, a lot of people think that my job is very glamorous, and then I have celebrity clients and all that. But deep down, what I truly want, I want children too. I want a husband too. But as a woman, right? I was actually writing this statement today. Society would always give us a lot of pressure. Society will always make you feel right that you're not good enough. For example, I'm a single, unmarried woman. And people say, oh, you're too choosy. But then as a married woman, and you want to go after your own dreams or your own career, people will say that, oh, you're not a good enough mother. And as a woman, when they are divorced, they say that, oh, because you are so kanchiong, want to get married, you are too desperate, that you didn't choose the right one. So it's like, as a woman, right, or maybe even a single mother. So a single mother, they need to make a living, they need to go to work. They are always made to feel like inadequate. So that's in terms of external pressure, right? As a mother and as a wife and as also a career woman and someone who is pursuing your other hobbies and other skills and also additional qualifications. do you actually feel any external pressure yourself?
Actually, all this while I just be myself. And to be honest, why I will continue my study as a doctorate student is because I would like to be a role model for my children. So that when my children grow up, I can tell them during my pregnancy, during the time that I take care of you all, I can go towards this. Why not you? So I'm glad that I've been chosen as a Speak PEMADAM Selangor again to share with the youth and just empower anyone who's surrounding me to let them know that you and me is no different. Both of us can achieve our goal and we can chase for our dream as our wish.
That's amazing. But internally, as like a daughter-in-law, let's say, does your parents-in-law actually say anything? It's like, wow, you're always out of the house, you always do so many things. How about your children? Do you actually face pressures like this?
For those negative voice, I will just silent. I can't hear it. Ignore them.
That's so true. I think this is like a skill. A lot of people, not just women, a lot of men and women, they actually need to learn. So there have been a lot of like media platforms, you know. At the end of the day, right? In the past, I used to like to please a lot of people. But after my dad passed away 3.5 years ago, I realized that life is very, very short. If you want to go after your dreams, you go after your dreams right now. And at the end of the day, you really cannot please everyone. You only can please yourself. So that's why you need to, I think in a way, we all need to like create a bit of a thick skin and tell everyone, like, you know, you're going to die. Like, if that's your own opinion, you're going to die. Yeah. But really, right, I don't think, but there's also like a lot of women that's not as strong as yourself. Like you say, like, I don't listen, or something like that. A lot of people actually, they are quite sensitive maybe, and they get like offended easily. So what do you think in that kind of situation? If they are actually by personality, maybe they don't really have confidence. How do they build certain confidence, or how they learn to, you know, be strong and not listen to external voices?
Actually, all this while, I believe everything happened with a reason. So when we look at someone, regardless what they do, we don't point at them, don't paint at them, and don't set the expectation from ourselves. We need to be understand what make them did this. So try to be understand first. Try to step in their shoes to understand where they come from. And actually, everyone just need a pair of ears, a pair of hands to listen to them, to help them, to guide them towards to a better path. So in my opinion, regardless what is it, we don't comment on those pressure that create by others. And important is we don't create pressure to others. So if you want to be helpful, just be silent, be a listener, and everyone will appreciate it when they are really facing a lot of stress and negative voices. So for my opinion is just be neutral and be open. And when you are neutral and open, you can take it all the negative thing. And in other way, you will never discover that you're helping others as well.
I totally agree with you. If you got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all, right? And
Silence is the best.
Yeah, exactly. It's like there's this Chinese saying lah. If you don't say anything, right, nobody say that you're dumb. You cannot talk one, no. It's okay. It's completely okay to like stay quiet. In fact, there is also a saying, right? All the tin kosong, right, is always the one that make the loudest noise. It's always all the smart people that know how to keep quiet and, like, you know, learn to respect other people. But all the tin kosong, right, the one that is not very, very smart, right, they like to say a lot of things.
Because keep quiet is an art. And yeah, be honest, I also learning the art at this stage. And I think everyone just need the times. If you're willing to take out your time to learn the art, I believe everyone can be a master of the art of silence.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think very, very funny. It's like, I think in a way, right, both of us, we are actually quite similar. Like, we are the same age, you know, we are both pursuing our doctorate. We are both also confident, but in actually a very, very different way. Like, my kind of confident, right, is quite dramatic and over the top, and it's like a very, very loud lion roaring, but your confidence, it's a very, very silent confidence. But when you speak, right, you have like a lot of substance in you, which I feel it is actually quite necessary for a lot of people. It's like, you know, when you want to speak, at least say something with substance.
Good point.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, you're the one supposed to interview me today.
Yeah, I suppose once to
Ask me
interview
the
you, but
Yeah.
okay. So as I mentioned that I highlight some point that I would like to introduce you. So I believe towards the 15 minutes you did introduce both of us, which come from the same organization is Speak PEMADAM Selangor, and I think because all is in your own social media, your friend and follower did aware what is your background. So I will just keep it, and we will just straight go to the point that what I would like to interview you for today.
Okay.
So of course, towards to last year, everyone is trying to work from home. And as a woman, do you think that work-life balance able to achieve? And what do you think about work from home? Do it contribute to the work-life balance or no?
Okay. So personally, because I am my own boss, I am a businesswoman and I own my own company. So basically, like working from home, it actually has already been a norm even before this pandemic, because I schedule my own timing, and I also have a lot of clients out of KL, like Penang, Johor, Sabah, Sarawak, and also overseas, Singapore or other countries. So I've been working from home. It's already part of my new norm. That was why, as I mentioned just now, even though you call me Superwoman, I actually call you Superwoman because I do not get other distractions. Um, for example, I don't have children, so I don't have crying children, and I get enough sleep every night. And I don't have a husband to say, "Oh, you need to spend time with me. Why you neglect me?" So I think working from home for me, it is quite manageable. But personally, I do miss certain like social connection. I miss like going out whenever I want. And I'm quite vain. I like to look beautiful. So I miss like going to my salon. I miss like doing facial. But all of this is like not really related to like working from home. So I'm the type of person like I'm okay working from home, but I cannot really tahan like routines, having the same routine every single day. But I think for me, like managing working from home is okay because I'm not a mother. How about you? Because you have like children.
Thank you. That I yeah, touch wood, I don't have crybaby, and three
Okay.
of my children are very charming, and they are very understanding. So I just allocate time with them, and I also can allocate time to my work. But however, working time and the time to look at them might be up and down. So people normally is work like 9 to 6, but maybe I will start earlier or I will end later. But
Mm,
I understand that you are saying work from home is not an issue for you and you don't like routine job. And I
mm,
believe during this pandemic, most of the mother also don't like routine job. And I believe those women at home, which they need to take care of their family or their new family, which involve their husband and the in-law, they might feel some difficulty during the work from
mm,
home. But
exactly.
how about work-life balance? Because regardless who you are, work-life balance is very important, especially when it involves work from home, which means the working hour might be distracted because it might be longer than the normal working hour that we should have. So do you think work-life balance for current women easy to achieve, and is it important to achieve that?
As one moment, there's like some weird sound. Okay. So sorry. My aircon was leaking. I was like, what's that sound?
Okay.
So things like this happen when you work from home. It's like, what was that sound? So weird. So yeah, like you've seen like videos, right? Like suddenly like you're having like a conference or like a meeting, and then the cat will walk past you or something like that. So yeah, one thing my neighbors, right, they are so obsessed with renovating their house. So that is something I cannot tahan, because a lot of my meetings, I need to have like a very, very quiet space. One of the problem I find with like working from home, sometimes like my neighbor would shout at their kids and it would actually interrupt my meeting, or they are renovating their house, or my neighbor's dog, or something like that. So I think more like external problems I face, and sometimes like tech issue, like, you know, the Zoom is not working, or my Skype is not working, or like Instagram is like, you know, there's some problem. So I think it's more like tech issues, and also like, you know, external neighbors kind of issue. But like you mentioned just now, at the end of the day, it's really the mindset. So for me, I exercise every day. I try my best to exercise every day. And in the morning especially, even though I do something very simple, like walking around my house taman, right? It really helps clear my mind. So while I'm walking around the taman, I like to listen to like certain like law of attraction, or positive manifestation, or abundance mindset kind of videos on YouTube. And it actually helps me like clear my mind and like set me for the day. Then after that, every day for me, it's quite different. Sometimes I have my schoolwork, but sometimes I need to like create reports for my clients or something like that. So every day for me is different. But right now, thank God, it's back to CMCO, so I can go out and see my friends. So I'm actually quite happy, because over the weekend, right, you know, I get to see my friends. We get to like, you know, chit chat and laugh and all that. So I think only like the past few days, right, I started to really
Work-life
feel
balance.
better, really feel better. But from when during MCO, right, actually the first MCO, I was actually quite excited. The first one exactly 1 year ago, because it's something that I've never experienced at all. So it's like, oh, very kanchiong. It's like zombie apocalypse, you know. It's like, oh, very kanchiong, I experienced before. But after that, you know, when things it's still the same, and there's so much restriction, like November, December, January, February, it was quite tough for me, because like a lot of things that I want to do, in fact, there was actually a lot of delays in my life, like delays in work, delays in my studies, a lot of delays. That sitting at home, right? Sometimes it, you know, it kind of affect like your mental health. It's like you're so frustrated. It's like, I want to get on with my life. How come everything is delayed and things like that? But like you say, Lord, at the end of the day, right, it's really the mindset. Like when you're feeling negative already, or you're thinking negative thoughts already, go and do an activity that's positive. So for example, like I love music. So maybe I go and play the ukulele, or I sing, or I do some painting or cooking, or thing lah. So I think it's like how to like change our negative mindset, right? You have to realize that you're starting to become negative. And then after that, you know, you do something that is much more positive. You channel it correctly. Because I think we had this like private conversation. Sometimes when it comes to drugs, right, or any type of like vices or addiction, whether it's drug, whether it's alcohol, whether it's sex, whether it's social media addiction, it's also a form of addiction. It is because you have like certain anxiety or depression. And then, right, you also have like, oh, a lot of negative thinking. So sometimes you take drugs, right, or you drink alcohol or something, it's to actually numb yourself. But you cannot just like remove the drug or remove the alcohol from the person and expect the person to be better. The person need to channel their energy correctly. So that's why it's like, even though I felt very like claustrophobic, because it's like, oh, you know, so much anxiety, and like, you know, I'm going negative already. People should know the right way to actually channel their thoughts, and like, you know, do something much more positive and also productive, instead of like choosing things that are negative.
Okay, if in this case, what is a suggestion that you can give to the people when they are facing stress and they want to get something to release their frustration, their anger? So, what is the thing that you think will helps instead of taking drugs?
Yeah, I think everybody have a different way. Most importantly, like they don't give up, because everybody have different things that resonate to them. Resonate means like, for example, I love music a lot. So when I listen to music, right, wow, I feel very happy. I feel very calm. Some people, especially in the past 1 year, they started to learn cooking and say, oh, very excited at cooking. They like to eat or cook, you know, they like to experiment with different dishes. So I think the past 1 year, there are also a lot of new food influencer or
New
YouTuber or
skill.
something. Yeah, or something like that. So if cooking is good for them, then they choose cooking. But some people, they like to exercise. So some people, in the past 1 year, right, they actually exercise a lot. So I do a combination of things. Personally, I love music. Personally, I exercise every day to calm myself. And it's like during CMCO, right? Sometimes like the forest trail, I can go for hiking and things like that. Hiking is also something I really, really love. So I do hiking. But one thing that really helped for me, like I say, I like to look pretty, right? Sometimes when I do my beauty therapy, like I do my nails, I do my hair, I put on my makeup, I actually feel much more confident. Because sometimes, yeah, as a woman, right, you feel like, oh, I'm so 惨 or something like that. But when you like really dress well and you put on your makeup, right, actually make you feel much more confident, And then it's like from negative mindset, you feel like, oh, I'm very hot. So hot, man. It's like, it actually increase your confidence.
Okay, I think that's very great and it's a good idea for all the women. In conjunction to this International Women Day, of course, we would like to empower the women and also just like the team choose to change, challenge to change. So we get to know that in the past 1 year, there's a lot of negative news, which we get to know that there's case happen in the house, which the woman be bullied by the husband.
Yeah.
And also there's like activities during the MCO, which a lot of people is doing a drug distribution. And thank you for the police and AADK, they're able to catch a lot of all these bad people, this drug distributor, and they're able to get a lot of drug from them as well, which can help the people. So in conjunction for this International Women Day, and we want to try to solve and reduce the cases to help the women and also the drug addicted, which mostly in women because as this is International Women Day. So what is the thing that you think they can do to help themselves?
Okay, I think this is like, yeah, this is a very, very important question. And it's also a very, very, very big question. Because a lot of people are secretly and quietly crying for help. Like you say, women are at home and they're getting abused, but there's no place to turn to. Not only, even though, right, there's actually places to turn to, like certain hotlines or something like that.
Yes.
But I think all those hotline or like free counseling program, in fact, even like Selangor government, right? I just found out that they have their own free counseling program.
Okay.
But a lot of people do not know about that. So they have, I think, like 20 or 30 counselors that you can actually walk in. But I don't think they do atas talian. I don't think they do online. You have to walk in.
Can you share more information for the audience as well?
Yeah,
so that they can get to know where to get the information, where to get the help when they need it.
Yeah, I'm actually not that familiar myself because I just saw it, but I think you can find it from like the Selangor government website and a counseling program where you can actually make an appointment and then you see them in person. But I do not think that they have online consultations, which is actually quite difficult because maybe like certain women at home, right, their husbands are like controlling them or something like that. So I think like we were just like meeting over the weekend and we are wanting to come up with like possible lay counseling programs, maybe for youths or for women. We can actually discuss further and also like probably market it even more.
It's great that get Parlimen Subang going to do this lay counselor to the people in Subang. I think it's a very advantage for those people in Subang. And I hope it's not limited to Subang, but it's in whole Selangor. But other than that, I get to know that in Selangor program, they also have one organization called PWB, which is the under the EXCO YB Dr. Maria. So in each of the Don area, they will have their own PWB, which is mainly for the women.
Okay.
So for this, I also can share with everyone, and especially for the women, sometimes we need a door, a way out to shout, and we are trying to hide our shame thing to the neighbor, to our relative. So you can just go there to make new friends. Because PWB, they will do activities, event with the women to suit their needs. So example, like what I get to know from previously the Dun Sungai Penang and also the Dun Kota Anggrek, they will do some activities like they will teach the woman how to do the shampoo, the soap, and they also teach people how to cook. So all these things is a new thing for us to explore, and sometimes you just want to escape yourself from the current situation. So you just go to joint activities. When you go to joint activities under PWB, and mostly it's free. So you join with them to learn the new skill, and the good thing is you create new networking. When you create new networking, you will get new vibe, then you can get some positive from the people as well. Because when we mix together, our main objective is to have a happy environment. As you mentioned just now, I asked about the work-life balance. You also sharing that the environment is very important. You would like to go out to have a morning walk in your own area is because you want to get some positive aura.
Yeah.
So that's why if we can join with positive people, I think it's very important. So other than that, I would like to check with you. So what is the change to women that can hope to be a better person?
Okay.
Because
Why
yeah,
not let's share like it's each other's like change for the year. What's your resolution for 2021? What you want to change about yourself?
I'm glad that I've been appointed as a speak. So since I've been delegate this duty, and I just would like to perform my role and duty to help the necessary that I can help. So I will try to help out the youth or the women that I found there's some gap. I don't want to say it's an issue or a case, because when we mention issue, it's quite sensitive. Because when I say there's an issue, then it sounds like negative. But sometimes that is not a negative thing. It's just the timing not right, and the thought is not there. That's why they did some negative thing. So I would like to say that when like our study, when there's a gap, and we try to solve the gap. So we will try to, in Parlimen Shah itself, if we get to know that there is some gap which we can help to close it, we close it. Because we want to try to make everyone be more positive, and we want to empower the woman and let every woman know, actually, you deserve better. You can do it. So it same goes to myself and also some of the members. We create a team called Youth Can Do It, which we mainly to help all the youth to be a role model or leadership in their own industry in the future as well. So the change or the challenge that I'm doing this year is I would like to help out more people, to get more people to be confident. How about you?
Okay. Very big dream. I feel so inspired. So mainly like for this year, your own resolution is to create a lot of programs under Speak, right?
Not necessarily speak, because I will also collaborate with other party which can have some more benefit activities to the youth or the women.
Okay.
So that, yeah, actually in Parliament Shah we plan for one very interesting activities which is for the youth, and we will make it as a 1 day camp. So just stay tuned, join us, follow us, and you will know what is the camp. And I believe your kids, your son, your daughter, yourself will be interested in the camp.
Okay, fantastic. So for myself, I think one of like if it's like in terms of being in Speak, two of the things that personally I've always been passionate about, like my day job, I'm technically like a counselor and a life coach and also like a therapist. So like, doing like free lay counseling programs, maybe for youths or for or for youths or for women, it's something that I really, really hold dearly. So that's something that I want to do for as a long-term project. So for 2021 and also 2022, it's going to be something that is long term. And maybe I also want to bring in other like counselors who are qualified, or maybe other lay counselors who are inspired to do lay counseling to also join me in this program. So that's one part of it. The other part of it, in terms of like making changes on behalf of Speak, is also in performing arts, because that's something that I'm really, really passionate about. Because as I mentioned earlier, sometimes why people, they choose to do the things that are much more negative, it's because they do not know how to
There is
channel
some positive.
energy. Yeah. So maybe in performing arts, or like dance or music or painting or something like that, it can actually help them to channel certain thoughts, or channels like certain energy, and it can actually help them heal, or help them create certain self-worth or confidence. Because personally, I actually know a lot of people in Malaysia. I know like directors, I know top dancers in Malaysia, I know a lot of like recording studio bosses. And if I do see talents in this youth, maybe I can actually connect them with someone in the industry to actually really groom them to be somebody in Malaysia. So those are the two aspects that I am focusing on when it comes to Speak. But personally, for myself, I think one of the things that I want to improve on is actually changing my mindset. Because as I mentioned, right, you really inspire me. You show me that you can, a woman can be a mother, can have a supportive husband, can have her career, can pursue her her doctorate or something like that, and can actually do many things in her life, which personally in the past, maybe it's me myself, it's my problem that I had certain um, you know I was afraid to be vulnerable. I was afraid to have someone in my life that would actually stop me from reaching my career. So maybe I think it's actually my own mindset which I need to change. Other than that, I actually want to improve my Mandarin this year. So maybe also I will take additional course in for Mandarin, because eventually I want to go to schools, to like Chinese school, to actually speak to the students on this kind of like drug awareness program. Other thing
Then why
also,
not you just join my Toastmaster? Just join my Toastmaster club.
very far. I want
No,
to.
that is a, oh yeah, that's an online club.
Oh,
That's
online
an
club.
online club.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, that I'll be your member. No problem.
Okay, that's great.
Okay. So the other thing also, maybe I want to also improve on my fitness also, because I'm getting old. So maybe also want to pick up tennis this year. So certain like I'm making like a bit, not that big of a change this year, small changes, but yeah. So those are the change that I'm wanting to make this year.
I think that's very great, as all the change that you are planned to do all are towards to a negative and become and have a healthy lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wonder, for those who join our live, do you really plan a change for yourself this year?
Yeah.
Regardless, man or woman, is responsible for yourself to become a better person. There's no one can stop you, and no one can help you to become a better person if you opt to say no. So
That's right.
I think Sarah did share some point, like we can do some art, which is a song, dance, or drawing, and sport. Regardless, it's a very extremely aggressive. Like you go hiking, you go for some skydiving, or you just have a leisure sport, just like jogging, yoga. And I believe all these little things, it can help you to make your mind clearer and understand what you want. So, and all the change that we plan to do is also good to help ourselves to become a better person. Because end of the day, regardless what religion you are, who you are, what races you have, you also towards to become a good people and get kamal, pahala, to become a good a good ghost or another thing after life, and you wish to get back to become a good person in the next life as well. So in this Women Day, for the drug side, actually in our conversation, I not sure whether you realize or not, we seldom mention drugs. We don't want to highlight it because it's not the point. Just like a parents, when we get to know the kids do wrong, we don't always mention why you do that. We don't want to always pinpoint the wrong thing. Because when you pinpoint the wrong thing, indirectly, you are highlighting the wrong thing. You are making bigger and bigger to let people aware about it. So sometimes we just keep silent. We keep silent doesn't mean we allow it happen. So just like speak, why the PEMADAM Selangor has speak, and the wonder is only PEMADAM Selangor has speak, which is Squad Penerangan community. Why not other state? It's because we are here to create awareness. So when we create awareness, which means it's just like detected, just like the current COVID. When the COVID is here, then we need vaccine. We need all the frontliner to help us to cure the virus, to fight with them, and to survive. But speak is different from that. We are not vaccine. We are something that you need to do before vaccine, which we need to have self-awareness. We need social distance. What is wear mask? What is your self-hygiene? All these things is the reason that speak is here today. So we are here, we are like to share with you the awareness. And before you go towards that stage, which means the vaccine stage that you need to cure yourself from that, we are trying to share with you what is the activities that you can do, what is the thing that you can do, and what is the direction that you can go. So when we feel stressed, just like example, most of the college students, we get to know more. There's one drug called ice. It's a wonder name, ice, and this ice is mainly the most target group is student. So why student will towards to that? It's because few reasons. They might get stressed from the peer because the peer is too powerful, their result is so good, and they can't get lost from and they want to fight with the peer. And second might be the parents. The parents will question and like, why you can't study well, why you not score a good result? Or maybe the parents like to compare. Hey, why your cousin, why your sibling can be a good student, can score A, why not you? So all these external reasons that might make them feel down, feel stressed, and depressed. And when there's no other option and when they try to open everything and all the external, the peer, the family, try to close all the doors, so what they can do? And suddenly some bad people just coming in and tell them, whisper to them, how about try me? And that bad people is referred to the drugs. So we are here, sure all the window is always open. And we are here as a pair of ears to be open to you all. So if you have anything, just like what may share with you, the lay council, and also in my own Facebook page, the Speak Shalom, just feel free to reach any one of us. And I believe the rest of 20 speak in each parliament under Selangor, they are open. If you really find no door and everyone just close to you, just knock our door. And I believe 22 Speak PEMADAM Selangor are always open to everyone to provide our hand, to help you, to let you know that you are not alone. Always remember you are not alone. Because sometimes the word alone make you feel that I really alone. I have nobody. And the drug will telling you, why not be my friend? But remember, that is not your true friend. Sometimes there's a lot of friends in and out, in and out. But remember, who is your true friend and who is the friend that pass by is enough. We just need to say hi. Just like drug, we just need to know, okay, this is drug. I know this is drug. But doesn't mean we need to mix friends with them. Do you agree, Sarah?
Yeah, so I totally agree with that. So any of you women or even anyone of you who know anyone who have any like drug issues or something like that, connect them with us because we actually have the resources. We know people that can actually help, or we can introduce someone to help them, counsel them, or something like that. Always don't be afraid to actually speak up. Don't be afraid to hide that you have certain issue. Don't even be shameful, because what I do as my main career, a lot of people come to me only when they have problems. And I would say that everybody have problem. I read for so many celebrities in Malaysia. I read for so many Datuk Sri, Tan Sri, whatever, the rich multi-millionaire. Everyone have their problems. So don't be shy. Don't feel shameful. Don't feel that there's something wrong with you, because we all go through ups and downs in our life. You know, we have our positive moments, we have our negative moments, and it's part of being human. It's part of growing up. So don't be shy to actually, you know, speak to someone about it. Most important is like I always tell all my followers and all my clients, the most important thing in life is not to is actually right, not to have all the fancy degrees, even though technically we are both taking our doctorate. What's most important in our life, right, is to have self-reflection, kesedaran diri. If you already sedar diri that, okay, what I'm feeling right or what I'm doing, I don't think is the right thing. You know, it is not healthy, it's negative, I shouldn't do this anymore. If you have that kesedaran diri, right, and you go and get help, right, and you want to change, because that's the topic for today, you want to change, right, you always have the power to change yourself. Nobody, right, can change you unless you want that change. Yeah. So we still have a few minutes left. Let's wrap up with like one last topic, one last question that you want to talk about. Have we covered the list of questions?
Yes, I did cover those questions that I want. Perhaps we can highlight again what is the upcoming activities that Speak will do for the people, and we can share again what is the purpose Speak assist in this PEMADAM.
Okay, so would you like to highlight?
So for my end, as I mentioned, I will have a one-day camp for the youth, and I will also have some activities for the drug addict, because I believe because they did one wrong move doesn't mean they are wrong for their whole life. Sometimes, just like when we are kids, we might fall down, but you fall down doesn't mean you cannot walk. So I believe for the drug addicts, they always is a mistake that did in their life previously. But it should not stop them, and we should not mark them like, oh, you are drug addicts, you are bad guy. So try to be open, because no one deserves a labeling. When you label something, which means you do not assume the value of a human. You do not see the value on yourself as well, because you are not an object. Human is not an object, and we cannot value the human itself. Maybe you can say he or she is a drug addict. That's why he not worth any value. We should not hire them. But I would like to share with everyone, they just did one mistake. Do you ever did any mistake? I believe every one of us did some mistake before. Just depends how big, how small is it. But if you want people forgive you, please do the same to them. Drug addict, they deserve a chance. So in upcoming, I also will do some training for the drug addicts to let them know the character building, because I believe people might look down on them, and they will look down on themselves, but it should not be that way. So I will have some workshop for them, like character building, and also teach them some skill to be compete in the workforce. And in currently, most of the work can be replaced by AI, but soft skill can't replace easily. Just like both of us can chit chat very good, and all our work can be replaced by AI very good. But when we have some communication issue, AI cannot replace, because AI just can have the standard answer. But it doesn't mean there's no others possibility. So we will share with them to make sure that they are be compete to the people. And the last thing I will highlight is there's in the whole world only one problem that I always feel that the problem is when you not realize there's a problem. Because every problem comes with a solution. And the only problem without a solution is when you are not realized there's not a problem. When you are not realized there's a problem, you have no idea and you are not willing to find for the solution. So when you are not sure, just knock our door. And I believe everyone is willing to help. And other than that, yeah, poverty also one of the reason that increased the cases for the drugs. So if you really need help, also knock our door, and believe me, 22 speak in PEMADAM Selangor are always ready to help. So over to you, Sarah.
All right. So just to wrap up, for those of you who are watching, please follow our pages. Speak PEMADAM Selangor. Chin Yi is Speak Shah Alam, and I am Speak Subang. Follow our pages to find out, further, or to follow us whether we have activities in your area, and then you can join in, or either you yourself or your children can join in. So remember to follow our pages, and I want to wish everybody happy International Women's Day to all the strong women out there, whether you're mothers, whether you're single, whether you're divorced, whether you're single mom. You are a strong woman. Like, believe in yourself, believe that you can make a change in this world. There is never too late. It's never too late to want to change. It's never too late to want to further your study. It's never too late to learn new skill. So be brave, and also push yourself to change this year in 2021. Make it a year of change for you. So that's all for tonight. Thank you so much, Chin Yi, for joining me today. Even though it was so last minute, because we just thought about it yesterday, but yes. I really appreciate, and I truly really look up to you. It's like I appreciate someone, right, who would actually kick my backside and execute things. So I'm so grateful to have you. Not just as a colleague in Speak, but also as a personal friend also. I think we'll be seeing each other quite often in the next few weeks also. So
yes.
Stay tuned, follow us on our social media pages, and stay tuned for all our upcoming activities, which will be very, very, very exciting. So good night to everyone, and also stay safe.
Okay, thank you, and welcome everyone who interested to join us to help the needy.
Yep. Okay, good night.
Thank you. Bye.